Welcome to the world, baby. We all paint red and white and blue. The indoctrination starts as soon as you come out the womb. Pretty quick, we'll make you stupid with curriculums at school. And if the classroom doesn't do the trick, we'll make you watch news. Pick your team, right or left. Take the red pill or the blue. You can vote, but even if you win, still everyone will lose. Don't forget to buy designer because Gucci makes you cool. We prioritize material belongings over truth. Get a job that you can stand so you can buy some canned food. Go overseas and die for freedom. There's some oil we can use. Our democracy exists so that you think that you can choose. But our algorithms make you do what we want you to do. What's the problem? You're depressed. Society has you confused. We got medication for you that you'll probably abuse. Go get married to a lady who also don't have a clue and pump out a few babies that are just the same as you. Welcome to the system. Everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system. Everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the world, baby girl. I'll paint you pink if that's okay. We'll encourage self-destruction through the music that you play. We divided out of men by trying politics and race, and honestly, it's working awesome. So for you, we'll do the same. Never teaching you to love yourself, inject you full of hate, objectify your sexuality, then blame you for the rape, and weaponize the differences that make our men and women great. Then just to screw with you, erase the genders. Everyone's the same. We'll empower you with rights to vote and fight for equal pay. Then have the men turn into women, and you'll fight for them again. But you thought you had it figured out, but everything has changed. Welcome to the system. Please enjoy your stay. Here's a Bible and a bottle of the cheapest booze we make. Find a man who can take care of you to fill the holes we made. Buy a house and settle down, fulfill your duty, procreate, and make a couple babies who will also do the same. Welcome to the system. Everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system. Everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the world, everybody. I'ma paint you black and white. I'ma make you hate each other so that everyone will fight. I'ma give you our religion, let the righteous find the light. But I will also give you science to oppose the word of Christ. And I'ma give you borders, they're imaginary lines. If you cross them, go to war and win when everybody dies. And I'ma give you money that you'll value more than life. And let the 1% have everything while you fight to survive. And then I'll give you politics, I'll call it left and right. And while you divide yourselves, I will conquer both the sides. Can't you see? I'm the system, my whole purpose is divide. What you choose will never matter because everything is mine. Welcome to the system. Everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system. Everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system. Everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong.
That one was badass.
I told you it would be.
That was great. But before we get started, I got a question. How did we do on Twitter last week?
We did pretty good. Pretty good.
So we can't go live on them yet? We have to upload them
What's that?
on Twitter?
We're live on Twitter.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
We're live on Twitter.
The very far right one.
Oh, I sees it. Finally.
Yeah. We are live on Twitter. They ain't going to shut us down.
No. How you doing, Darius? That was really good.
Big shout out to Tom McDonald for allowing anyone to use his videos on any of their podcasts or shows or anything. That one was just released today.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
That is. And he says he's got more to come out this year.
I still hope he responds to my email soon because I've got a video he needs to see that I think he can make some music with.
I got to go back to Facebook. I got his phone number.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's posted on Facebook on a deal.
You better call him.
I'm calling because I want him on the show big time.
Oh, very much so. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, cheers.
Yeah, he's drinking lemonade tonight, folks. Don't
yeah. It's
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Well, I was gonna say it's just hard blue. It's just a blue freeze.
Yeah, and he's got also Tom McDonald has a Discord page too. You can contact him through there.
Seeing as I'm really the only tattooed person here, it's probably me, Darius.
Oh, I got. You can't see it's in the green screen. Hey, that
Yeah.
worked, didn't it?
Yeah.
But
So-
anyway, before we go any further, we got a guest down here in the green room that hasn't been on the show in
And
a
quite some time.
long time. So everybody's got to welcome Dogsy, otherwise known as Luke. He's back.
I am back.
See, I love it. I love it. We all look. Nice big fuzzy beard, nice big fuzzy beard, nice big fuzzy goatee. Cat pubes with super glue.
Oh, that's fun. That's messed up.
But the nice thing, guys, you got to remember, you see my color? My kids did all this to me. They ain't got no excuse if theirs turn gray.
I do. I got plenty of excuse.
You ain't
Same
got
here.
kids.
I got 4
I don't
years in
need
the
kids
Navy
for
and a
it.
retarded boxer.
Kids will do this and lose this up here.
Is that his excuse?
I mean,
down
I've
here?
already started, starting to lose some hair. So don't even go there.
Well, I know you ain't been rubbing the headboard.
He's been rubbing one head.
So you got to find some kids and blame this on.
Can I blame it on
Oh.
my nephew
There you go. That'll work.
and my
Oh,
niece?
Don't
And
worry,
I'm
Luke.
right.
As soon as
I'm
you get to
always right.
America, that freedom's gonna just fill everything in for you.
That fresh freedom air will get
Yeah.
in there and just whoop.
Oh hell, he's finally here. Pff, beard. It works like that. It's going to.
Uh-huh.
It's going to.
Hey, for his
I
age,
can't
hey, for his age, he's got a pretty good beard going.
I couldn't resist. He hasn't been on the show for a while, and usually it's all between us three. So I had to start off with a little bit of
Fresh meat.
fresh meat. He took it like a champ.
He did. And we had a great conversation yet Monday night with Luke. If you all missed that, go back and check Born TV After 9. That was an awesome show.
It was a really good show.
It was, man. You brought a lot to the table with your convention in Scotland and everything going on over there. It was cool.
Yeah, I've
He
heard.
don't have an accent. What are you talking about, Chad?
What accent are you talking about?
Yeah. Now, when he gets up here, I got a little waitress that I already told him about that he is from the UK. Okay. But we had some South African guys come in. Their accent is just like a British accent. She goes, "Oh, they're from Britain." I went, "No, they're not. They're from a long ways down further."
Mm-hmm.
So when she got back over there, they talked to her in one of their different languages. That was funny.
Oh,
mean-
So I
she-
told Luke he's got to do the same thing.
I mean, she was only a couple of 100 years off. It was Britain at one point.
Yeah, it was. But she
True.
was dead serious. Oh, those two guys are from Britain or England or somewhere. And I looked at them and I looked outside and seen the truck and I went, "No, they're not. They're
So
from South Africa."
Speaking about the UK and everything, I hope you came prepared there, Luke. Because Wally is not. He's not ready for the next show. He has no stories to compete with. Carl, I hope you've got some silly stories for Free Speech, Free Stupidity.
I've got a couple.
Good.
I got another half
we're
hour to
gonna be-
keep looking.
We got about 30 or 3 apiece that we can use. So
I've got a
narrow
couple.
it down. I've got 3 myself, but the UK is really boring over here in America.
Yeah.
I haven't cared about what the Queen said in 250 years. Just saying, because we
Yeah.
have things that they can't.
Because that's my problem. I can't get, like, everyone I find, it's like, oh, the queen did that. I don't give a shit what she did.
Oh, she went on a little bit of a joyride around the neighborhood without wearing a seatbelt. That's your news? That's your strange, crazy news?
Who was you supposed to have, Chad? You do know Chad's a host on a show now.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Yep. Yep.
You told
he
me.
is.
He didn't even send it to me. I'm offended.
Uh-oh, say Chad.
Well, that's the beautiful thing here in America. You're entitled to be offended, and I'm entitled to go tell you to fruit yourself.
Yes, Cameron will, too.
Oh, they're learning that the hard way at work.
People
I'm more than happy.
You're
Oh, very
banging
much
it
so. I bang on the Queen, the UK. I bang on Ukraine, Russia. I'm more than happy to bang on every other country out there. Mind you, America is not number one. We haven't been number one in a while. And in fact, I showed a video from a movie that hit every single statistic on the head. We're number one in obesity. We're number one in a lot of bad crap. But we are number one in owning firearms. We used to be number one, and we used to all think that America is number one. Now the people that hate America the most are Americans. And if you don't like it, I'll be happy to help you back. I'll even fold your clothes. It just might be with you wearing them, but I'll help fold your clothes.
Oh, God.
Darius, that's probably because of Alabama. Just
yeah,
saying.
I seen him last night, Chad.
He's a
paranormal truck driver.
All right.
Matter of fact, next not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, I'll probably meet him because I will be in Atchison, Kansas.
Okay. The guy Chad's. I thought you were talking about Darius.
He was going up to the Sally house.
Oh, fun.
I'm going to be at the Atchison at the cemetery with Denise and Ron and everything. I told him, I said, you want to find out the truth? Come find the cemetery where we'll be at. We'll tell you.
Which, a funny little thing. Wally was talking about graves today on the way home. And it reminded me of a very interesting story I had read a while back where graves keepers used to have a very important job. Now, I understand this is more for the paranormal, but it seems appropriate right now. Yes, I rag on Florida a lot too, Chad. But grave keepers used to have a very important job. Now it's just to keep the grounds and make sure everything is nice and tidy.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be they would have bells tied to a string ran into the coffin. And that was because they kept misdiagnosing people with death. Of course, the one finishing thing. So if in a couple days you heard a bell, you'd run up and you'd go and find out. And some of them had speaking tubes where are you alive? What's going on? What happened? One interesting, the story I read about, there was a groundskeeper back in the 19th century who was making his rounds and he heard a bell ring. And he approached the grave and he was like, are you alive? Yes, I am. What's going on? Get me out of here. He's like, well, is this really? And he asked the name. And the voice responded, yes, this is really me. Please help get me out of here. I want to be free. Well, if this is really you, you can stay there and rot because you've been dead for 80 years.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Like, of the weirdest stories, like, I have to have little cues and something strikes it and it just pops up and I'm like, oh, hey, I remember that. I found something about that. Like, my brain works in weird ways.
Oh, we know that.
There it is. Yeah. True. I cannot argue that point. So, Luke, I hear you're flying in soon with backup to help you get to America.
Yes, I'm bringing my immigration lawyer with me this time because he's coming over to see his family in Kentucky, and we are gonna fly over and have the same transfer and everything.
Now, are you looking to sue?
I am looking to, but I can't do anything from inside the UK because Homeland is above the British jurisdiction.
You do realize that's going to be like a 6 or 7 figure payout, right?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The hell are you planning to do with that kind of money, other than buy a shit ton of guns and tanks?
Twinkies, RC Cooler.
Oh, that's what I forgot to bring in and get today. I was at Dollar General. I was going to bring a case of Twinkies and show him, you got to get here. It's waiting.
Darius, he has been working on getting his into the United States for, oh God, since I've met him, what, a year and a half, 2 years ago?
He's a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, he's got his citizenship, but they screwed up his paperwork, so they sent him back to the UK. So he's not happy. He was supposed to be here after my birthday, so we were going to get drunker and shit, do a cookout. But that got put on hold.
He's probably seen the movie Zombieland.
Yeah, I've seen 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's why he loves Twinkies.
Mm-hmm.
They never go bad.
Snowballs! I hate snowballs! It's not the taste, it's the consistency.
Oh, Lordy.
I had to give Wally a fair heads up that I was drinking today. Carl was kind of caught blindsided.
Yeah, that's all right. But Luke, tell our listeners over here on the Second Amendment a little bit about your convention you was at.
Yes, please.
So I went up to Glasgow for a convention in the Hydro, which is one of their big convention centres, about digital rights, the new wave of tech coming along in the world, and everything like that. Done 2 presentations because my friend had a very big Indian lunch the night before and had a slight bit of stomach problems. So
He
I
had
to fill
Indian
in for-
food the night before convention.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
good. He brought that upon himself. I want you tell him that for me. Like, I can understand enjoying certain foods and cuisines, but if you know it's notorious for screwing with your stomach,
And you're going to talk the next day? Don't eat it.
maybe just put it on hold for a little bit.
I'll put it this way, we could hear him from the bathroom down the hall in the room that we were in, so that's another story. But
Was he saying his Hail Marys?
yeah,
Was some god coming to take him?
I swear I heard something hit the roof at one point, but I don't know what it was.
He found religion real quick.
But I ended up doing 2 talks, one about suppression and systematic
Yes, he does.
silencing on Twitter, Facebook, all those sorts of websites through algorithms, algorithmic suppression. And I also did a talk on ethical hacking in place of my friend. Encountered a lot of Democrats who wanted to have a piece of me that day. I managed to go from ethical hacking to gun rights in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He's been watching the show. Because there's only one other person that I can know do that really, really easily.
It wasn't me, though. It was the crowd that kind of steered me over there after some of my
I'm
opinions came out.
disappointed then.
That's all right. Good crowd.
But one of the things I did up there is I've got an Xbox controller because I'm not allowed to have pistols here in the UK for show. But basically, we had the smart guns, yeah.
Yeah, fingerprint
Yeah.
scanners,
Mm-hmm.
where it's supposed to be non-hackable. It's supposed to be a reliable gun. Only you, the owner, can use. Oh no, I know multiple ways since these have come out of ways to destroy them.
And we have talked about them.
So basically, just imagine there's a trigger loop here instead. So this one went around the trigger loop, locked up. There we go. We went around the trigger loop, locked up, and there's a fingerprint scanner like around about there.
Okay, so
And,
right about here would be your fingerprint. Or
Yeah.
I guess it would be on your trigger finger side, so you can scan it in and then go to.
Yeah, it just drops off straight away. Great bit of kit. Don't get me wrong. But the guy was like showing it being dunked in water and everything. I'm like, damn, you can shower with this thing. It's great. And then I was like, I wonder what I could do to this thing. So I went back to my hotel room, which is just like across the road from the convention center. I grabbed my USB killer. If you don't know what a USB killer is,
I
it's a
do.
little tiny USB drive with a load of capacitors in it that emits a high voltage surge into a USB port. You can get adapters for it as well for micro USB, USB Type-C, all sorts of different types of USB.
So what I'm hearing is I need to keep my phone away from you.
Yeah.
So basically, I went up to it, I popped a little rubber plug out of the charging port, stuck it in, all you hear is falls off.
My favorite thing that I've seen about those, I know they're not reliable. They hand a gun to somebody my size. And he literally, and again, because I am drinking, I planned this show out beforehand. I called Wally and told him what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I showed Carl beforehand. The gun is empty. The ammo is in a separate area. No round in chamber at all. This gun is clean, safe. But they had that little fingerprint scanner on it. And all this dude did was literally push through it
Yeah.
He literally said, "Huh, crunch, it works now."
Yeah, you'll see a lot of them. The other ones that we don't really get to see over here, though, is there's people who are actually building them into Glocks and things, your normal polymer frame pistols.
Mm-hmm.
Not a big fan of that. I don't know how it works, to be honest with you, but I'm pretty
It's
sure it's easy to
not
get through.
reliable. It's not reliable. The biggest complaint about that one is it screws with the loading mechanisms on some of the older models, the original models. And it was one of those other things where a big dude was able to push it and break the screen. So it, even though the gun locked and couldn't be used, that gun is now decommissioned because he broke the fingerprint scanner.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
When you get somebody my size that plays with grip strengtheners for fun, things don't work that well.
Mm.
Yeah, I usually sit in my truck on my way home for an hour and swap hands with 150 pounds. I can rep 200 pounds 3 times with this hand.
oh, I bet you can.
I'll bet that's the one that gets to work out too.
I gotta change it up every now and again, you know. Gotta get that dual action going, you know. Really get that workout in. Now get the shoulders.
This show's went in different directions, hasn't it?
Are we on our other
Hey.
show?
No, Cameron's just talking about when he was in the Navy and he used to polish his trumpet. He's brought that back into the civilian life.
right.
It was the
All right.
trombone, thank you. In the Navy.
Yeah, it was a trombone because it went. That's how I got his elbow action going.
What do you think I stayed me for, man? Could have been masted multiple times. That just disappeared.
Yeah, 6'4" in a submarine. I still ain't figured
That's
that
the
one out
funny
yet.
part is there was a dude that was 7'2" on my second kid. 7'2", dude was huge.
Who in their right mind put him on there?
He did. He volunteered. You have to volunteer to go on subs. And they told him, from what I understand, you are too damn big. He had to have his own he could not berth in the normal bunking with everybody else because the racks he had to be in the outboards in between equipment, and they had to push 2 mattresses together. They had to break the frame for these beds because they're just portable frames and they have a lip to keep the mattress in place. They had to break 2 of them out so they could push the beds together so he could lay down.
Didn't they have outside when you docked and to get on the submarine? Didn't they have one of these figures like at the amusement parks? If you're over this tall, you can't ride in it.
No, we were not fortunate enough.
They
to have
needed
that.
to.
I agree. Anything above about 5'10" should not be on a sub at
Right.
all. You're
So,
going to do
how many
a
times-
lot of damage.
Bang your
I
head.
was just gonna ask, how many times did you bang your head off that sub?
I couldn't tell you. It was way too many times.
Because it explains a lot right now. Now that this has been brought up, 'cause I forgot about that.
You're looking at probably triple digits.
Yeah, because he banged it a lot of times.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because
They
I
should
had to
just-
go climb into the outboard. Oh, Carl.
It should just be
You
a tent.
agreed.
They should
You
have
got
like
right in that one.
they should have like a door frame and then like walk through the door frame. Tink. All right, you're going on the aircraft carrier. Off you go.
You go over here. Oh, you walked right over it. You're coming with me.
The funny thing is, the U.S. Army does have a height limit on the M1 Abrams.
And on the Air Force, if you want to be a pilot, they have height requirements as well. I want to say it's 5'9".
I've seen the inside of one of the older Abrams. I think it was like one of the original ones in Iraq. The driver's literally lying down. You can get in there 6'3" comfortably.
So what you're telling me is if we ever get the ranch, I need the old school Abrams.
Then the new one's even bigger.
Yeah, but we still can't get a hold of those.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Unless you know somebody. And I mean, we do know people in Iraq right now that have a lot of American property that I'd be more than happy to go.
And they'd be more than willing to sell it.
Who says I'm going to have them sell it to me?
Well,
Are
are you going to go borrow it?
I'm going to tactically reappropriate.
Okay. That'll work. My tax dollars are sitting right there.
Yep. I paid for this. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. Yes, you did.
No, that's one thing Luke's
Yeah.
got to look forward to when he gets to the U.S. Paying
What?
taxes.
Oh, yeah.
One of my new coworkers brought up the story about the French that I talked about a couple shows back, where they were comparing their soldiers to our soldiers, saying how every American stands over a head taller, every American's stronger than all of our soldiers, even the weakest one. And I'm like, do you really think I'm going to go over to Iraq at 6'3", 280 pounds, and not carry the biggest gun that I own and say, hey guys, that's mine, and not be willing to fight somebody for that?
Mm-hmm.
We'll shoot you. How about this? We'll wrestle for it. I'll WRASTLE. I'll wrestle you for it.
Well, we did have that picture in our mind of a couple other fellows we knew and everything that were over there bigger than we are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in full gear, could you, like they said, could you imagine being woke up and here, come with me, and you go, no. Wrong answer. I mean, walking down the street, they would have scared the shit out of you.
Yeah. You're coming with me. No, I'm not. Oh my God, is that a hand or T-Rex?
Yeah, but could you imagine going down with a
Is this
group?
the hand of God? I'm not ready.
They're going along buildings with a group of guys. You kind of stand out.
Just a little bit.
You know, just put a circle right up here on your helmet and go, you know, the one that's head taller. Yeah.
Yeah, here's your bullseye right here. Hit this and win a prize.
But yeah, no. Nope. Ain't happening.
I'm just saying, I've got a couple solutions. Most of them start with rednecks and ends with rednecks.
Okay.
Rednecks are very, very happy to go and get American military gear for free. I'm just saying, we got a couple $1 million sitting over there.
Yeah.
Ukraine's letting them keep everything tax-free, so why don't we just say the same thing? Hey, get a bunch of your buddies. We're loading you up with Budweiser, moonshine, and all the ammo you can dream of. Go get our shit back. That dude's going to be rock hard the whole way there, the whole way back.
Yeah, with all of it.
Yeah, with every last drop of ammo that we left over there. He's going to be like, let freedom ring, baby.
What was really bad, what we left over there, was all the military service dogs.
Oh, yeah.
That hit hard. You know, we left a lot of things over there, and people included. But when you leave, you know, military, no one's left behind. But yet they left them over there.
Military doesn't consider dogs.
Thanks to Creepy Joe.
Oh, yeah. The I don't want to say the military. The military, the people that use the service dogs, that is more family than anything.
Exactly.
That is a hell of a bond. They will beat you to death with that MRE spoon if you touch that dog.
I'm shocked that a lot of them haven't went back over and got them.
There's only one thing that is actually worse than screwing with the service dog. There's only one actual person that I will warn every other foreign country, do not point rounds at this dude ever. Because we talked about how the French, where they saw an American officer get shot and the Americans went on the attack. The officers are literally to rein us in, keep us calm and collected in uniform. Once that person goes bye-bye, Geneva Convention's going to have another one real soon.
Right.
There's one person I would recommend do not ever put a gun at ever, and that's Doc. And the fat electrician on TikTok covers that really well.
That's right.
Doc is the one dude that is able to stack and unstack bodies in the name of whatever the hell he wants. Doc is God and country at this point in time for these men. Even that officer. You shoot Doc, the one dude that is actively keeping them alive. Well, they have nothing left to live for, so 2 + 2 equals
You shoot Doc, he ain't there to fix me. But guess what? You better aim good, because I'm coming after your ass.
Doc is and never screw. There's people even on submarines. Never screw with Doc because he's going to give you the IV. He's going to give you the Motrin, even with the hangover. He's going to make sure you're taken care of. Don't screw with Doc. Don't screw with the cooks unless you can. And never screw with the guys that make the oxygen you breathe.
And in the Army, don't ever screw with the communication sergeant. That gets you in trouble real quick. Yeah.
There's people in the military that I don't think understood what they signed up for. Then they got there and they were like, I'm untouchable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. Or you signed up and went, just a second. I might as well paint that crosshairs on my back.
Yeah.
Because I got that radio back there, and guess what they're aiming at?
And I'll tell you another person with Doc is the guy carrying the M249, 243, whatever the big gunner is.
Mm-hmm.
Do not put rounds at him. His job is to cover Doc. Doc's job is to keep that guy alive so he can cover everybody else while Doc fixes everybody else. You take pop shots at him, Doc is going to stop paying attention to his guys and start paying attention to you. And Doc will stack bodies very, very quickly because he knows where to aim to make it hurt.
Right. That's like after me, and you had the captain, then me. The next important person was his driver. Driving the Jeep. This boy was bigger than you, Cameron.
Jesus.
Right? He could lift the front end of the Jeep up so we could change the tire.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right, Mongo, we've got tires to change out.
Oh, yeah.
I got this.
Which I figured out real quick. If we went to war, Captain was a little bitty 5'8", big guy, right? Driver wasn't. So I'm sitting in the back with the radios. I slide over behind the big guy.
This is the dude that would walk up after you shot the officer and pick you up by your skull and go, shouldn't have done that, squish. No, Doc knows where all your little nerve clusters are. And Doc is trained to shoot every weapon these guys are trained to shoot. So he's going to aim for those special little clusters of nerves. So even if you're not going to die, you are still absolutely useless because the amount of pain you are in.
Mm-hmm.
You will not shut up ever, and they will be able to follow those screams all the way back to your hidey hole.
And soldiers can scream real good too, let me tell you. We was flying when I got in the service. I'm not a fan of big heights, right?
You're not a fan of heights. You're not a fan of water.
No. So anyway, we take off. We're on maneuvers. Captain goes, come on, we got to get in this Huey. All right. Okay. Helicopter. Doors are open. I'm sitting in the middle. So I get in there and sat.
The worst seat.
And I'd start looking and looking and looking. And Captain grabbed me and pulled me back. And I go, okay. We did that 2 or 3 times. Well, I got pretty comfortable with it. You know, little bitty roads, little bitty things down there. So I got to sit on the ledge with my feet hanging out. Right? I'm like, oh, this is cool. As we're flying over, they go, okay, everybody's got to go down the rope. Yeah, first 3 guys went down the rope, get down there, jump off of it, boom, they're gone. Captain's forcing me to get on this rope. I'm like, you can land it first, we'll be in good shape. Nope, got to go down the rope. I'm going down this rope, and I'm looking down and going, oh, shit. Oh, shit. The ground's getting further away. I get to the end of the rope. The helicopter was going up. And I looked up there and I yelled, down, boys. Down now.
Did you happen to water the grass for them as you were flying around?
I had an M16 on my back. It was loaded. If I've got to fall, guess what else is going to fall? And that's what I told him. They dropped me down to 4 foot within the ground. I could let go of the rope and step down. Captain got down and said, "You learned quick, didn't you?" And I went, "Oh, hell yeah. I ain't pissing that helicopter pilot off."
When they say down the rope, they mean get down the rope.
Yep. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, those are fun times.
Oh,
Do it
damn.
again? Nah.
No. Not submarines, anyways.
No.
So it's time for our gun fail.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. What's he going to show us?
Cop Sping.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
No boy.
Oh, I wish we wouldn't get copyright strike because I got the perfect thing.
I'm going on my side right here.
Oh, this one.
At the beginning of the week, a young boy, not even 16 years old, was killed because he was playing with a gun. And see, this is an unloaded gun. Right here, this is a gun.
Unloaded gun. Just said it's an unloaded gun.
Empty weapon. This is a Glock 40. 50 Cent, Too Short, all of them talk about Glock 40. Okay, I'm the only one in this room professional enough that I know of to carry this Glock 40. I'm the only one.
Y'all heard that, right? I'm the only one professional enough. I'm the only one in here that's good enough to hold this.
Oh, yeah.
No, is everybody all right?
Everybody all right?
You all right? Stop this shit. Whoa.
Oh, shit. I bet he
Literally.
don't do those classes no more.
Literally. Show the gun clear and clear, not safe.
Yep.
We saw this. We didn't see this. This is a clear and safe gun. When you can look through and see my beard hairs, that's a clear and safe gun. Then he sends it forward and is ready to send around to somebody, and that somebody just so happened to be his own leg.
Yep.
He handled it like a champ, though.
Oh, yeah.
He handled it like a boss. Everybody all right? Everybody all right? Inside, he was like, "Oh, I'm getting fired
Today.
Fired a gun off in a school.
Into
Oh,
myself." Oh, he is done.
oh, yeah.
There are, and again, I talked about it last show. There are times where you can handle firearms with a little alcohol. Ammo's not anywhere near me. That guy let his ego get the best of him. And ego, pride, one of the 7 deadly sins, will humble you very, very quickly. And it just so happened to humble him when he was saying, "I'm the only one in here professional enough to handle a gun." Well, Hoss, I've been playing with guns for about 20 years. And I haven't so much as had Beretta bite. So maybe calm down a little bit and realize that, yes, even though we call these toys every now and again, these are still very, very capable of killing you very, very quickly. Or in your case, cripple and get you fired.
Or you could do like a friend of mine's 16-year-old, 15 to 16-year-old son did the other day.
Oh
No.
boy.
No.
You know these pellet guns that you break open, put your pellet in, and
Oh,
pop
yeah,
back
yeah.
up like that?
Yep.
I had a
Yeah.
Red Rider.
He pops it open, puts the pellet down in there, and cocks it back up. Needless to say, his thumb, it cocked tight, was in it. Right? They called everybody, got everybody, paramedics, everybody out there and stuff, right? They had to fire it in order to cock it open, right? So not only that, you got the pressure, air pressure going through it, right? He is now minus from right below the thumbnail, right above your first knuckle in your thumb. it took it completely off. They
Bolt
could
cutters.
not. They could not sew it up.
Bolt cutters. Those guns are not built like what we have in front of us in our room.
No.
Those guns are very easy to break.
Yeah, but they couldn't get it apart. It was an older, heavy-duty pellet gun and stuff. I mean, they looked at trying to take it apart. The sheriff's department was out there trying to take it apart and everything. The kid's sitting there going, no. Mm-hmm.
And here comes Cameron with a big-ass bolt cutter.
I wish I had the pictures. I should have had him send me the pictures.
I'll
And
snap
everything.
that shit.
Could I showed him here? Because his thumb, this entire thing up through here was black.
Oh, yeah. He cut off blood to it.
And then when you lose it right above 1/8 of an inch above the knuckle in your thumb. Yeah. That's where he lost it.
No more
He's
Xbox for him.
Yeah.
He's going to have to learn how to use his other hand for some extracurricular activities.
Exactly. I mean, when
What
we
pains-
first heard about it, they said a weapon, and I was like, oh my God, did he catch it in a trigger?
What
I wasn't
pains me
thinking
the
air
most
pistol.
is I hate seeing guys. I hate doing this. I hate seeing guys. Watch where I'm putting my hand when I do this. All these guys love to shove stuff in here. Even the Navy told us when you check a gun clearance safe, look, stick a finger in.
No.
And you can see my thumb is nowhere near that slide release.
Yes.
Because that's going to hurt like hell. But
Yeah.
they do it all. Like, I seen one dude do it like 8 times. He did it with a M1 Grand AR, a shotgun. He's just constantly sticking his finger in here. Like, why?
Isn't the Garand notorious for catching your thumb as well?
Yes. It's called Garand thumb. Because when you would load it, you had to shove the stripper clip, or not the stripper clip, C
The
clip,
M block.
M block, thank you, in and push it down. And if you didn't have tension, if you weren't holding the carrier back with your other hand, it would, once you hit it in, it would shut on that thumb every time. Every time. It originally Beretta bite was called Grand thumb, where Beretta bite is where you see people. One of the reasons why I love dovetails so much is it keeps your hand down away from.
Right.
You
But if
mean
you-
beaver tails?
I said beaver tail.
Dovetails. No, you said dovetails.
All right, kiss my ass. Whatever.
Okay.
Beaver tail. Beaver tail. Ducktails. Beaver tails. Tails. This shit right here.
Chippendales.
If you don't have this, a lot of people when they hold either have this hand right up underneath, and on this one you can see there's a groove right back here.
Yep.
Or when they go to grab with their other hand, they tuck that thumb nice and high up there, get it wedged right into that groove, and it cuts them open.
Yeah, when that slide comes back, I've seen
You ain't stopping it.
A lot of people get hurt.
Keeping your hands clear. Never stick your dick where you wouldn't want your thumb, or never stick your hands where you wouldn't want to stick your dick. And I don't want to stick anything sensitive right there.
No. I like keeping all my digits.
23. I go to work with 23. I'm coming home with
Then
23.
you walk around like that.
I had a dude come through my rigging class 2 weeks ago, missing these 2 fingers. This was his hand right here. Like, how are you a rigger? You can't even the signal for hoisting is this. What are you gonna do?
High fives must be so awkward.
And they were a bunch of veterans, and it was a hilarious class. He drew a hand turkey on the back of his test with that hand. So his turkey looked all sorts of y'all remember doing the turkeys with your hand in school?
Yeah.
Yep. He was missing a few important factors there.
Oh shit.
Great class.
Oh.
But how many of y'all know what I'm talking about when I say 23? Because most people know it as 20. Technically, it's 26, but you should have enough PPE here to protect these three.
Right.
So what if I'm removing your eyes and your nose from the 23, what do you think your 23 means?
You're up a shit creek.
10 fingers, 10 toes, 2 testicles, and a dick.
Yep.
If I'm going to work with 23, I'm coming home with 23.
That's right.
Because a lot of guys will agree with me. If you lose this down here, you might as well just bury me.
Yeah.
Just, I'm done.
Yeah. Bury me because I'm not going to transgender.
Nope.
Ain't
I'm
happening.
not using a sterile tube to pee out of for the rest of my life.
No.
You know.
Mm-mm.
Every guy in here just
Right.
everybody synced up and was just like
So any new gun laws they're trying to change or anything you've heard
Actually,
of? Cameron?
yes. Currently, New York is actually trying to get rid of a 107-year-old bill that states if you want to have a license to carry, you have to give proper cause for you to have a firearm. And New York is one of the strictest on gun laws in the states. And they are currently trying to revamp that because they see, I guess they finally woke up and go, you know, the states with the least gun laws are doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Then you just had the Tennessee sheriff that came on television and said, if you've got a home intruder, just shoot them.
Saves us money.
It saves the taxpayers money. Literally, like
That's the way it should be.
I support the shit out of that dude.
Yeah.
Because if you break into my house, obviously you value my property more than your life. Because people are always saying, oh, if you're willing to shoot somebody for your property, you value your property more. That was in Florida. I thought that was in Tennessee.
No, that was in Florida. That was a Florida sheriff.
Well, they got something right other than the meth capital of the country. But, sorry, Chad, I have to make fun of Florida, even though they did something right for once. But people are always trying to argue the statement of guns. Well, if you're willing to shoot somebody, you value your property more than their life. No, they obviously value my property than their life.
Right.
Because they
My
don't
property.
they don't need to know what property I have, what I'm defending. They don't need to know I have dogs in my house. They don't need to know if I have a wife and kids. It doesn't matter. They signed away their life the second that foot broke through my threshold. And please, I'm just trying to set up the meeting with whatever God you worship. Who am I to deprive that deity of his solemn duty? I'm just saying, if you fool around, you're going to find out one way or another. And more people need to be finding out. I also saw a video today. Don't call 911. Call 811. Well, they marked the lines. So I started digging away from the lines. Shut up. Listen. Dig as close to the lines as you can. Once you find your water, electrical, and everything else, push them up, push them out of the way, and start digging underneath them. Bury whatever you're trying to hide underneath them. They'll never dig it up again.
That's right.
I'm like, hold on now. Oh, that changes everything.
Yep.
Because my biggest life hack that I've learned, plant endangered species above your newly found garden. Because it's a felony for them to dig up there. Another one is, instead of digging a 6-foot hole deep, dig a 12-foot hole deep. Halfway, bury whatever you're trying to hide, halfway up, and bury it vertically, not horizontally. Vertically. Makes a smaller hole, and bury a dog 6 feet above it. So even when they do imaging, they're going to see the dog body and continue on.
Right.
But of everything, hogs are my favorite.
Yeah. Hogs get rid of everything.
Hogs actually used to be
up here. There's all kinds of hog farms.
Mm-hmm.
Now, down where Cameron's at, there's also wild hogs.
Yep. I just need to find a spot to go shoot them.
I wonder how many of those illegals die out there from heat exhaustion and stuff, and the hogs get fatter.
I'm going to say not enough.
I know.
And I know that sounds cruel and unusual, but America was founded on the belief that anybody can come to America, become an American in the full facet of an American. Learning the language, learning the culture, and accepting it. Having your preferences to your country should be frowned upon. You can trust your heritage. You can have your faith and beliefs. But if you fly the American flag above, or any flag above the American flag, you're no longer an American. And we were also founded on coming to America legally. Even back then, everything was done with paper. So when you immigrated to America, you still had to come through the port of entry. You had to be documented. It was much easier to get in back then. But of all the countries, America has some of the most lax bullshit immigration laws. Why can't a cop that pulled over somebody that can't speak a lick of English, can't produce a driver's license, not ask for papers and go, oh, you don't have papers? Let's go. Where are we going? Back to the border.
But they don't.
No, and if they get arrested, they go to prison, they're processed, they get sent back to Mexico. That dude already knows how to get into America.
He'll be back in heartbeat.
Mexico, you get arrested, you sit in prison down in Mexico for like 10 years. Further south of Mexico, you do border crossing from there, you're dead. Not arrested, they will kill you. Hell, my brother's buddy wanted to go and move to Ireland, had to have $10,000, had to have a house over there already, had to have a job over there already, had to have his citizenship all before he could even move there. And that was 3 years worth of stuff before they finally said, nah, you can't come. Flat out just said, nah, not you.
The
hell? I love that Texas is just bussing every one of them up. Have fun. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
But just like you said, them coming across the southern border, coming across the illegal, our government gives them free reign here in the United States.
That they get housing, food, free phones. And Biden admitted that they give them phones so they can track them.
Right. But yet we have a gentleman down below right here that went through all the proper channels, studied, became a U.S. citizen, got all that, waiting for a passport for a year and a half, I believe he told me, and stuff, and still can't get into the United States legally.
I want a free phone.
You got to come.
We told you to go through Mexico and come up.
Yeah.
When you get across, they're going to send you somewhere. Say, "Oh well, I'm a citizen anyway."
Do you promise to vote for Democrats? Yep, free housing, free groceries, set for life.
Yep.
And I'm a Republican. You lied to us. No, I didn't. I voted blue last year. You weren't here last year. Don't know what you're talking about.
I still voted.
Which I don't know how. I keep getting texts from Georgia sending me, I'm guessing one of my buddies back in Georgia decided I'm going to screw with him. I haven't heard from him in years. Let's screw with him and sign me up for the Democrats over there to contact me for money. And they have yet to get the memo at all.
Hey,
because every
give
time
them Vincent's phone number.
Oh, no. It's too entertaining for me. Because they message me and I come up with the most disturbing thing. Like, I would rather try and shove a wet noodle up a lion's asshole wearing a pork chop skirt. Or I'd rather go lasso alligators wearing an animal carcass. Like, I come up with some of the most ridiculous crap I can to tell them no, because just texting stop is boring. It's too quick. The numbers that have messaged me asking me for donations, the ones that I have sent those messages back, have not responded. The ones that I send stop to, well, we're sorry to see you go. We understand you want to opt out of everything. But the other ones just disappeared. They don't want to talk to me anymore. Like we contacted the wrong person. Oh, we
Right.
contacted the wrong person. Oh God, we contacted the wrong person. It's great. It's
But no-
it makes my day so much more entertaining. Random number. Hey, this is representative whatever. We're hoping for your support to keep Georgia blue. I think I'm gonna go with piranhas next time.
Right. No, me and Luke talked the other night, and when he comes back with his immigration attorney, if he still can't get in, we figured a way for him to get in.
Come through Mexico, I'll pick him
No,
up.
I'm going to adopt him.
That works.
We got to talking the other night. I'm the same age as his dad.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Ah,
We're starting adoption paperwork right now.
I'd be careful calling him daddy there, Luke. He might take it a little too entertaining.
He's not from Alabama.
If you hear banjo music, you should probably start running.
run.
No,
Just start running your way to
adopting, then I
Texas and
gotta-
call
And
Cameron.
I swear to God, Joe Biden looks like that creepy kid from that movie.
What, Deliverance?
Yeah, Deliverance, the banjo scene where his eyes are all squinty and shit, and they're doing. I'm telling you.
Squeal like a pig.
Hold on.
I wish I still had my banjo.
Oh God. This show
I can
is
tell
really
you
funny.
now, if I hear that music, I'm going to put my sombrero on my head and run back for the southern border.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
No, you were right. That's uncanny.
You know what? You know what? I just want to stir the pot a little bit. You are wrong, Cameron.
Go to the second row middle picture and put it up. That's eerie, isn't it, boys?
I want someone to go up to him and ask him for an autograph.
I saw you in Deliverance. Can I have your autograph? Do you
What
still
the
play the banjo?
You know what would make it even better? Go up to him with a banjo and be like, "Can you sign this?"
No. You gotta. Hey, can you sign this and play that song real quick?
Dun, 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 dun.
In an Easter Bunny costume of all things.
Oh, yeah.
Just walk up and start humming. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see if he does it back and go, oh shit.
Oh God! Oh, Cameron was right.
Where's the tree? I'm getting away from here.
You go swim. You're supposed to only go after the younger ones. Leave me alone.
Poor old Ned Beatty. They didn't pay him enough for that scene.
See, that's the thing. I'm not that old. They might be stopping me from coming to the US for my own protection right now.
Yeah, he's not that old.
They might
I
just be
was
like, "No,
bored."
you ain't coming in. Creepy
No.
Joe gonna come get you."
You know what's bad?
The
was
problem
when-
is they know you watch our show, so they were like, he likes guns. We know it. We know
Yeah.
he's not going to vote blue if he comes here.
What was bad was when he was sitting there talking the other night, and he'd already
Which,
told
by
me
the way,
his
Beto
age.
O'Rourke plans on running again. So if I disappear for a while, anarchy reigns.
Right.
Because I'm seeing a lot more California plates.
But
And
we
it-
was talking and everything, and he goes, yeah, when I was in high school in 2018, and I went, oh, shit. I was like,
Yeah,
that
you're
was
only
right.
what, 24, 25? 22.
22.
Oh my God. Oh,
He's younger than
Yeah.
me.
22.
I'm only just a caliber.
yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, technically I am too. 30. 30 out 6.
Wait till you get a 45.
Yeah. I'll celebrate my 45 with another 45.
They better make a bigger pistol so to reach up to my age.
They had a 50 for you, but
That was a long time ago.
yeah, I was gonna say you skipped that decade.
You guys were, Luke was little bitty when I was 50.
Technically 6'5 Creedmoor, 6'8 SPC, 7.62.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a couple
Oh, here
caliber.
in 3 years, I get up to 6.5.
I want to say there's a 6.2.
I don't know. I don't know, folks. Boy, this hour flew by.
Yeah, it did.
Mm.
You didn't even get to do your gun clean.
There is
Nope.
a 6. There
Save
is a
it for
6.
next week.
There is.
I'm
a
gonna end
6
up cleaning it
millimeter.
right now. It's got to
Oh,
be clean
okay.
for tomorrow.
Oh,
There
okay.
is a 6 millimeter. 6.2. It's actually a 6.2.
Okay, there you go. Reached my age finally.
Yep. It's a pistol
Oh,
round, but there
it's
is
good.
a 6 millimeter caliber. There you go. I knew I could find one for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
If you get to 100, we'll buy you a nice like 10 mil.
And everybody,
You'll be
you
able to
gotta
pull the trigger once before it makes you disintegrate.
right. But
I'm
stick
100
around
years
the
old
next
and I'm
half
going to pull the
hour
trigger on a
for
10.
another show coming on the Bill of Rights Network
Oh, and it's only
and
going to
on
get
our
worse.
Twitter. Oh yeah, it'll get a lot worse.
Oh, it's so again, we
It's
have
only just started.
You noticed on the deal I made, I put join Cameron and Wally adult content.
only.
Hmm.
This one's probably going to be pretty tame.
Yeah, that's what you think.
Oh,
But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, again, a reminder, this episode of Free Speech, Free Stupidity is a UK special with Carl, Luke, Wally, and myself going head to head for your vote on who had the best story and presented it the best. Honestly, with this one, with having this many, I'll probably do 2 polls. You can vote for who had the best story and who presented their stories the best.
and
That way,
just remember when you vote, folks, if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't have these shows.
hey man,
Remember
if it wasn't for me,
Can't
you
do
wouldn't have
that.
made a network. Uh-huh, exactly. So I'm exempt from that one. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Nice try, Carl.
Hey,
But if it wasn't for you, I also want to have StreamYard too.
that's right. Remember,
But
if you like the shows, donate to the Bill of Rights Network. We keep them going.
yeah. Carl, you can flash that PayPal for him real quick. And we'll wrap up. So again, stick around in a half hour. Live head-to-head challenge with myself, Carl over here, Luke down in the bottom corner, and Wally directly below me. Below me. He's just at there, right? For who? No, we'll keep it at 1. We'll keep it at 1. Who was the funniest? Y'all agree with that one?
That'll work.
That's fine.
Who's
That'll work.
All right.
I gotta go get my clown suit on.
I gotta go get
No,
another
boy.
drink. You're
I
gonna
gotta
dress
get a
up like
picture
Joe
of the
Biden.
Queen.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have Joe Biden over here and the Queen down here.
Oh, there ain't nobody over there. Sorry.
But stick around. In 27 minutes, we're going live again. We're gonna have about 3 stories apiece, and you're gonna see the best we could find for the UK. Hopefully next week we have something a little better because the UK is. I'm thinking Australia next week.
There you go.
But stay tuned, stick around, get your drinks, get your refreshments. But as always, I'm Cameron.
I'm Carl.
I'm Wally.
I'm Luke.
And this is a Second Amendment